Guys, welcome to the video Cars of Facebook Marketplace Part 4. Today we got a very special theme happening. I'm going to be showing you some JDM alternatives to those hero cars. You don't have enough money for S13, R34 Skyline, they're 30, 40 grand, 50k. Some people asking for S15. Today we're going to look at some very cool cars in their own rights that you can buy instead of those at a much more affordable price. First thing I want to mention to you guys, okay? If you're wondering where I got this very, very cool shirt from, you're going to want to jump on the Party Shirt Co. They have some really, really awesome designs on there, including this beautiful piece, which you can wear out to dinner. You can wear it to a funeral if you want to, or day by the pool. Hang out by the pool because this material is a water-resistant type material. Hang out at the pool, go for a swim. This particular one that I'm wearing, which is my favorite, is actually low stock on their website. So if you're going to want to get on there and get yourself some awesome threads, you want to act fast, okay? It also comes with the shorts, which I am wearing right now. I promise I'm not wearing my underwear. These are real and they are real cool, okay? As of always, supported by Ecstatic JP, get yourself some deep dish, low offset wheels in some big boy sizes. They're awesome and affordable. This channel simply wouldn't exist without it. So jump onto the website, go pick yourself up a sticker at the minimum. Okay, like I said, the theme of today's video is the more affordable cars that you might not already be aware of. There's one car I got to show you, and this is very, very affordable. I think all my viewers can probably scrounge up the cash to pick up this bad boy, okay? Now, I'm not talking Supra, I'm not talking 350Z, I'm talking $850 Honda Accord. This car has registration on it. From the outside, it's horrible, right? And no way I could speak about this car could disrespect it because of how low that price point is, okay? Like, look at this, okay? The rear bumper has fallen off, probably on the highway. Look at all those scratches there. And they've just taped it back on. Now, don't worry about zip ties. We don't want to fix the clips. We're just going to tape it on and put a lot of tape on, okay? This is a cheap car. It's going to get you to work. It's got registration on it. You call your friend for a phone roadworthy, $100. He's going to get this car on the street ready to drive. You're not even going to have to pay anything for stamp duty because the car's not even $1,000. So is your project car broken? Is your daily broken because you swore you wouldn't modify it, but you did, and now it's not running? Go pick yourself up a sub $1,000 drive away Honda Accord. Now, on to the cool cars, okay? Fuck these cheap cars, right? We're not here for the cheap cars. We're here for the cool cars. 1989 Toyota Supra. This is a Mark III Supra, and I think this ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of reasons, okay? So first of all, it's got the Supra name. That's cool to begin with. It's not a Mark IV, but because it's not a Mark IV, that means it's got pop-ups. Very cool. Don't need a 180SX anymore. You don't need to buy a 35 grand 180SX anymore because now your Mark III Supra has pop-up lights. You got a Supra, benefits of a Supra, and benefits of 180SX all in one. Now, if you don't know much about these cars, it's really worthwhile checking out. They got a 7M GTE motor, so that's got some boost behind it. You know that. You got boost, you can still make the cool turbo sounds. These engines are known to be quite unreliable. However, if you upgrade them with a steel head gasket or even just a better head gasket and maybe some ARP head starts, I've heard, you're gonna run this baby forever, alright? Now, this particular example is an okay example. I think it's probably worth about 15 grand, even though he says low ballers will be ignored. And that's the thing. This thing's been for sale for at least 2 weeks, and the reason why it hasn't sold is because low ballers will be ignored. So anyone making an offer is going to be ignored because no one's paying 19.5 grand for this. And that's the reason why. It's got a big bit of damage on the rear end here. I know it can be fixed, but getting a hold of that trim, paying someone to fix it, making sure the door lines up, like, these are all expenses that are not factored into this 20 grand price point, okay? For that reason is why I'm going to move on to the next Mark III Supra. Now here we are, now we're talking, we're at 20 grand still, we're in the same price point. However, man, look at that engine bay. I can't fault it. I'm trying my best to fault it. I can't. It looks gorgeous. I love the gold. It contrasts so well with the white, which appears to be a fresh respray. And this is just a really nice car. You got the pop-up lights. This is most important. Okay? Rear end, gorgeous, of course. These are very cool cars. All the benefits of a Supra except for a 2JZ, with all the benefits of a 180SX without the SR20. Overall, I think these cars are really cool. This is a great example. It's got a W58, which is a bit It's got a 1G GTE. Now, I don't know what the difference between the 7M and the 1G GTE is. However, given this says it's the Japanese motor, I'm going to automatically assume it's better because Japan got all the cool cars and all the cool motors. Right. It's got a factory LSD. It's got the blood red interior. There are no photos of it in this ad. However, if you Google it, you'll see... Ooh, they're very, very sexy. Okay, car's had a little bit of work to it. Turbo Smart FPI 100, Walbro, fuel rail, Cusco strut, turbo been rebuilt. Like this is pretty good car. It's not wildly modified. It's actually got a fresh paint job, nice engine bay, and overall this is a safe purchase. You know, you're not buying a half crash car, a car with horrible paint. You're actually buying a nice working clean car with a very cool motor in it, which I'd love to learn more about. So if you're not trying to spend 60 grand on a Mark IV Super or 30 grand on a 180SX, this is your next best bet. Guys, we have a situation on our hands. I had to interrupt the video to make mention of this. So I'm sitting here editing the content for Cars of Facebook Marketplace Part 4. And then I saw on Facebook Marketplace there's an S15 for 75 grand. What the fuck? What's going on? I'll let you look at the ad. I took a couple screenshots. What's happening? This just ain't right. Cue the screenshots. If you notice in this ad, he says he will include this other turbo he's got for the right price. So if you're even paying a cent less than 75 grand, even though the ad's listed at 70 grand, but then on the bottom he puts 75 grand negotiable, I don't fucking get it, you're not getting that turbo. Come on. You don't deserve that, not at that price. Now, let's just make mention, this car, let's turn the fan off, it's loud. This car makes 210 kilowatts. Okay, we're going to do some maths. I'm pulling out the keyboard. I'm quite distressed about this situation. 75,000 divide 210. You're paying $357 per kilowatt at the wheels. The Nissan 350Z, what does that make? Again, the most affordable, most comparable car in the market. They make about 175 kilowatts. And you can have it for 15 grand. Divide 175. $85 per kilowatt. Come on, man. Which are you buying? Get the fuck out of here. So... Maybe you're fucking out of your mind and you don't like Toyota. Well, there's an alternative here for you. And that, my friend, is a car from the same era. We're talking about none other than the 300ZX. Now, this has got different merit to it. This is not a turbo car, okay? I don't know if these came in turbo. They might. I haven't done the research. Regardless of that, this is a super tidy example. Yes, it's high mileage, but... look at this. This is so cool. And if I'm not mistaken, oh, there we go. Those lights go up. Just like your bank account after you purchase this car because you didn't pay 40 grand for it. This is 16 grand. Basically, the description is just some guy saying the car's in very good condition. Something about cutting power after driving should be an easy fix, just don't have the time. Need to be picked up on a trailer. I don't know how true that is, okay? So, more importantly, let's just talk about the idea of this car. They look awesome. They got pop-up lights. The interior is actually pretty cool, in my opinion. I rather like it. And they just got awesome history. Like, think about this really hard right now. Tell me why you shouldn't buy this car. I'm giving you some time. If you're with someone right now, you're watching the video. If you watch the video on the premiere and you got all your mates with you, or even your partner, sit down, talk about this for a second, look to your partner and say, babe, why should I not buy this car? And she's going to look you dead in the eye and say, I've got no idea. Maybe that's because she doesn't know about this particular car, or maybe it's because she can't floor it because it's a fucking awesome vehicle. I love the look of this. I don't even like red cars, but this is awesome. Okay? Let's move on. This is a similar car, not from the same era, but 350Z, okay? 350Z is the safest, most reasonably priced Japanese car in the market at the moment. It's got some downsides. 1, it's very, very heavy. Okay? 2, it doesn't have pop-ups. And 3, the one that everyone is so upset about, it does not have a turbocharger. But you can still have fun with this thing. You probably already know all the benefits of a 350Z, but the reason why I'm drawing it to your attention is they're still affordable. 16 grand gets you a rear-wheel drive car with an LSD, a 3.5 litre displacement V6 motor, you know, about 270 horsepower at the crank. I think it's about 240 at the wheel, maybe 230. And they're still quite affordable. Turnkey drift car. My friend in the UK just purchased one. He's always had BMWs. He's owned dozens of E36 and E46. He's drifted them, daylied them. That's his thing. That's his passion. He got a good deal on a Z. He actually bought it for a very low price. I'm not going to say how much, but it was like, it wasn't even nearly 10 grand. Okay? It was really cheap. And he took it to a drift event, bone stock, and the thing performed so well and impressed him. He even said to me, that's very sick. Okay? He said, that's very sick. I like this car. If that doesn't tell you that these cars are very sick, then maybe you need to go drive one, all right? Only downside I say is interior quality on Nissan's pretty crap. This is a good example at a good price. He talks about regretful sale, whatever, man. It's got 200,000 Ks, it's 16 grand. This car is ready to be driven. You're gonna have some fun with it, do a little bit of modification, put them coilovers in, and you're gonna be sliding, even though my friend drifted his stock. Moving on. Here's another brilliant alternative. The 200 SX, or let's put these motherfuckers on mute right now so we can focus on the video, okay? Let's go 1 hour. 200 SX, or as you may know, S12 or Gazelle. We got pop-ups, so we're already winning. We're on a really good start here. I would say, I'm gonna get destroyed for saying this. This is like an AE86, except not an AE86. It doesn't have all the cool handling characteristics of an AE86, but it looks very similar. It gets you the style, and they generally got a CA18 DET motor in them, so you got turbo as well. Put some cool small wheels on it. Go to the meet, turn your pop-ups up and down. That's very clean. I like it. These are a great car. I would love to own one of these. If the opportunity came up to swap my 350Z for an S12, I would take it. And the really cool thing is, my 350Z and yours as well, if you got one, is probably worth a similar price point to this. So you can sell that and go get yourself a turbocharged rear-wheel drive hatch with pop-up headlights, okay? And you're still part of the Sylvia family, technically. This is really cool. It's got a little bit of work done to it. Motor's like partially rebuilt. It's on a base map, needs a full tune, but it's got all the fruit. This is a great buy, 17 grand. Why would you buy an S13 for... I actually saw a stock S13 recently for, I think it was 42 grand on Facebook Marketplace. Let's find it. Let's go find it. Unless it's sold. Man, it must be sold at that price. It's going to go quickly. It's not. Where was it? It might have even just straight up got removed off Marketplace for the price point. I can't find it, but you can already see like a lot of overpriced ones. 33 grand, man. Like, that's so much money. Or get yourself an S12. Pop-ups, man. Very good car. That seems to be the theme of this video. We're on the pop-ups wave. Very cool car. Moving on. We finished the theme of the video, okay? We finished talking about really nice cars that we enjoy and are quite affordable. Now, we couldn't finish the video without looking at a car that we believe is overpriced, unfair, and not worth the money. So I'd like to introduce to you the Nissan Skyline R32 sedan. As you can see, we've got some damage on the rear pods. Side skirt's not the same color, fender's not the same color, wings not the same color, big chunk cut out of the bumper. Straight pup's okay. Different color bonnet. Different color fender. There's a lot of mismatched stuff on here, okay? Looks like this is very healthy and tidy. I love that it's white sprayed. Lots of work gone into building this. Details, all the good stuff. Pause it if you want to see it. It's 35 grand. And obviously it's listed as a GTR. But it's 35 grand. Like, why would you buy like a really bad paint condition Nissan for 35 grand? If I was asking that sort of money for this car, I would at least get the panels painted or wrapped. I'm a wrapper, so drop a comment below if you want me to wrap your car for cheap. But I don't get it. Like, I understand he's trying to get the maximum money, just like I would do. I say this every time, but who's going to purchase this? Who? I don't know. Doesn't even look that good, right? He said, this is the thing that bothers me as well, okay? Been sitting in the shed for over 2 years. Now, 2 years ago, these were not 35 grand. So basically, he's bought the car, it's sat in the shed for 2 years, he's lost motivation on it, and now he's saying, I want to double my money. You guys owe this to me. Double my money. I don't really get it. That's the thing. Like, if he actually wants it sold and he can't finish the car, sell it for like 17 grand. Not double. I don't get it. I'm not calling him out. I'm not critiquing him, but I'm just saying I do not understand what the thought process is. And I think it's just rude to ask such a high price when not only did you pay a significant less amount for it, but you can't even be asked to finish the build. And you're like, I can't finish the build. I'll finish it one day, but if I get heaps of money for it, well, I'll be happy. Why? Why be like that? Note, it's been half sanded back for paint, so it's sanded as well. It's not even, that red paint, that looks okay, it's not even there anymore. I'll update photos when I'm off work next. He's obviously working FIFO or he's just lazy. So that's what I mean. I don't really get it. It's not even an interior photo. And he's posted old photos. Like, is this a good deal? No, there's nothing, I have nothing constructive to say about this. If it were 17 grand, things would be looking okay, but it's not. Guys, we're very sad right now. We've ended this video on such a sad note, but fear not. Cars of Facebook Marketplace Part 5 will be up tomorrow, and maybe we can have some fun. Thank you so much for watching the video. Check out the party shirt and buy a sticker from Ecstatic JP. Peace.